Welcome, Scorpio. We're doing an energy reading for you today. It is a general reading, so always trust yourself on what resonates, leave what does not. It's also timeless, so whenever you're watching, this is the most perfect time for you. And it's wherever Scorpio is in your birth chart, sun, moon, rising sign. And if you're cross-watching, big welcome. Let's dive in. So first up, Scorpio, we're pulling you a central energy, which could be related to part of self that needs to transform, grow, balance. This is gorgeous. You've got rediscovery, which is kind of interesting. It represents the inner child, and yet in the center there is in an open door is actually the human form of self, so the adult form of self. So rediscovering parts of self that you used to enjoy doing, the inner child's related to things that light us up, adventurous side, creative side, hobbies, passions. It can also represent the sense of self that needs to be healed in terms of self-love, self-worth. Very beautiful energy, but mostly for you, it's related to things you're passionate about, things that light you up. All right, let's have a look at 4 key areas of focus for your reading, and then we'll pull you lots of clarifiers. Well, there's a need for you to be action orientated, to go after what it is you want, to do things that you really enjoy. And you've got a lot of wisdom. So Spirit's saying trust your own understanding. You don't need to seek guidance outside of self. A lot of life experiences you've gone through, they've created a lot of strength within self. And there's also a need for you to take time out to relax. So he or she's laying in a hammock in the moonlight reading a book. So totally switching off, switching technology off, really unwinding. Well, Spirit's saying there's abundance coming your way, beautiful abundance. Now, we could just feel abundant in terms of happiness and joy in our life, things that make us feel really joyful. Could certainly relate to financial abundance. Let's amp this up with some crystals. Let's have a look at your spiritual guidance. Oh, you got the Moonstone Star, which is entering a period of euphoric love. So this is the intimate, sensual side. It's heating up in the love department. Okay, you've also got the Fallen Star. So it's all about shame. I no longer hide my face. I step into the light with love. So it's really releasing an old version of yourself, no longer holding on to any old wounding. It's certainly working on that sense of self-love and self-worth. Interesting, it's coming out the center of your reading. Oh, you've got beloved Zeus, the lovers. There's a divine union here, destined for greatness. Twin flame, soulmate. It's part of your abundance. What else does Scorpio need to know? Thank you. And you've got the seer, which is being a visionary. Some of you very psychic. You can certainly see things in advance, charting the signs and symbols to craft magic, doing your spiritual practices to seek your guidance from Spirit. You may also do that for others. Let's pull you some clarifiers. Let's have a look at the top row where Spirit's saying you need to be action orientated, entering a period of euphoric love. Well, there's a man holding a coin here. This can represent a physical person to you. Could represent a love interest. It could represent someone bringing an offer to you. Guys, it can represent your own financial situation. Focusing on that. Okay, some of you feeling tied up and stuck. We'll explore that as to why. Okay, it's related to a broken heart in the past. So Spirit's saying it's time to clear that old wounding. It's time to free yourself. So it's something old. There's kind of this analogy that if we keep recycling through things from the past and making it, part of what holds us back in the present, we're continually living an old story, but we make that experience, which was just an experience for you to go through, your life story in the present. Be mindful of that because you can get stuck in that story, which means you just keep recreating it. So it's asking for you to release it. It's time to release it. Let's have a look at you feeling all tied up and stuck. Yeah, it's placing you in a place of indecision, not knowing which path to take. It's directly related to the root chakra. Your sense of security, stability, home, and finances. Let's have a look at the broken heart here. So you may have experienced a financial loss in the past. Yeah, Spirit's saying you're the magician. You can overcome anything. It's up to you. It's up to you consciously choose to let things go. It's up to you to consciously take action on things you need to improve in your life. Let's have a look at this wisdom here that's within you. Okay, Spirit's saying it's time for you to live in the present moment. So some of you know that you're recycling backwards. You're aware of it. You do have conscious awareness of it. We're saying you need to know your value, your worth, and really love and appreciate yourself. Be present. Again, you got a message to take action. You're on notice, Scorpio. Directly related to the root chakra. Sitting directly under that. And you're either feeling a state of envy or lack in your life. So you're looking at others going, I wish I could have what they want. You're not exactly feeling like you are where you want to be right now. And Spirit's saying you need to trust your intuition to guide you. What's it telling you? Someone else can have it, so can you. I mean, the question is, do you really want what somebody else has got? Because you're on your own unique path. Okay. Some of you are experiencing lack when it comes to love, and Spirit's saying it's up to you to open that door. Because behind that door is a beautiful love interest. Now, guys, that can represent self. Girls, this represents a love interest. There is love there for you. Let's have a look at you taking time out to relax, which is releasing the shadow side of self, stepping into the light with love. Totally switching off here in terms of relaxation. So funny, Scorpio. When you let go of all that anxiety, old wounding, worry going on, your door to money is effortlessly going to open because you're not blocking your flow. I mean, you still need to be action orientated and take the steps you're guided to take when it comes to your money flows. OMG. Are you ready? You've got cornucopia. This is success on every level. So much abundance. Joy, happiness wants to happen for you. It's a brand new beginning. Brand new fresh start, number 11. And here's a woman holding a heart. There's the matching pair. So there's just a simple release that needs to happen. You might want to journal it out. You might want to do some line breath roars. You might want to do anything you can do in terms of guided meditations that cleanses your energy, sound therapy, getting out in nature, whatever it is you need to do to release that old wounding. Because when you do, that door is effortlessly going to open for you to everything you want. It's really about you recognizing your own worth and value. It's not dependent on things that have happened in the past. Let's have a look at this divine union here. Oh, Spirit's saying the sun's going to come out on that union. It is a blessed union. And Spirit's saying again, any states of overworking the mind, the emotions, you just need to rest and be in balance. It's almost like you're overthinking things too much. This love's going to come in when you're feeling balanced and relaxed. You're absolutely going to have victory over the past, darling. Let's have a look at your abundance here. There's a thinking man here who's also spiritual. So guys, I'm going to give you a message first. This can represent self. So it's almost like going, yes, you do have a very practical side. You also have a spiritual side. Some of you could do something that brings both of those together to create your money flows. Yeah. For others, part of your abundance is a past life contract with a beautiful love connection partner who's also spiritual. You've got the journey card here. You could meet this person when you're traveling. You could plan a trip together. Again, it can represent personal transformation and growth going on. And you've got deceit here. So we'll dive into that because that could be related to self or others. Okay. You're still attaching yourself to a situation where there was deceit. Still holding yourself stuck to it. It's almost like, okay, somebody beautiful comes along your path, and the first thing you wonder is, are they going to be like the last person? Are they going to be deceptive? Which means that you're then projecting stuff onto somebody who doesn't even deserve those projections. Spirit's saying you got to take the mask off and see where you're doing that, if you are doing that. Yeah, because Spirit's saying this is a beautiful, caring connection, my loves. It is a connection you can trust. Let's have a look at you being a seer, doing your spiritual practices, seek your guidance. It definitely puts you in the crown chakra, your higher state of vibration, connection to the universe. Very uplifting for you. Yeah, Spirit's saying you need to walk away from old wounding and old version of yourself. Because you've got the world at your feet. Time of growth, expansion, new life chapter. Again, it can represent travel. Two of you are going to travel together. All right, let's pull you some guidance from the ancient soul tribes. Having a look at you taking action, which is directly related to the root chakra. Your sense of security and stability. Spirit's saying you can overcome any heartbreak from the past, any old wounding. You're the magician in your own life. Oh, Spirit's saying you've definitely got healing abilities. Very much connected to universal source energy. You got Kali. It's a time of endings and beginnings. Time to close the door, darlings, on the past. Doesn't serve you any longer. And you are very independent. Whatever you've gone through has made you very independent. So you kind of got to ask yourself, am I willing and able to let somebody into my life and get close to me? Or am I hyper independent? That could be a little mini challenge you may need to get over. Let's have a look at the wisdom you have within self, trusting your own understanding. Spirit's saying you just got to love and appreciate and value yourself. That door to romance is there if you want to open it. There is a love interest there. Again, Spirit's saying your spiritual practices are really important to your vibration. And to treat yourself with kindness, compassion, as well as others. You may need to forgive someone from the past. Some of you are still holding on to a situation where you haven't fully forgiven someone. Still running around with that resentment within self. And part of your life lesson going forward is to just put healthy boundaries in place with others. You can safely be in a love relationship and express your boundaries. Let's have a look at you taking time out to relax. Spirit's saying when you do, all the doors are going to open. Cornucopia, money, love. Yeah, some of you definitely very artistic and creative. Doing that in your time off would be very good for you. Art, music. And now is the perfect time to kick new things off in your life. Any ideas that you have, you got fertility there. And ask for help from others if you need it, not doing everything yourself, allowing people to help you. Let's have a look at this side, which is a focus on a very beautiful divine union. You're getting out of your own way in terms of thinking the worst, letting go of an old version of yourself. So it's saying you're going to have victory. You've got the world at your feet. There's love and abundance here. Travel's coming out very strongly. Yeah, you've just got to stay focused on what it is that you do want to create in your life. Take a leap of faith on that. You're going through a lot of transformation and growth right now, which can be challenging. Yeah, it's not easy. All right, let's put you some crystal healing guidance. Yeah, you've got expanded awareness. There is a need for you to have a look at self from a higher perspective and situations that have happened in your life from a higher perspective. For example, even the most hurtful ones that either affected your finances or your heart space. Well, what was it trying to show you, firstly? Sometimes a closed door is a hard slap, darling. Spirit's going, you're not meant to go that way. Can you imagine what your life would be like if you were still with that person? Would you be happy? Probably unlikely, darlings. So, in those instances, universe is going, that's not meant for your path any longer. There's a better way forward for you. One that's more loving, more supportive of you. It's absolutely a time of new beginnings, embracing those new beginnings. Oh, some of you going through a big spiritual awakening. Big, big, big. You might be going, but I've already gone through it. You're going higher, darling. Higher. And Spirit saying you do need to have patience with the timing of things, particularly money flows, abundance, love. Things do take time to grow, build. Mostly it's you needing to adjust to those energies, those new energies. Again, Spirit's saying you have healing abilities within you. You may also be very gifted with music, sound therapy, playing music, doing things with music that will soothe your energy. Okay, Spirit's saying there's the opportunity to heal relationships in your life. This person may be somebody that's tried to connect with you before, didn't even get off the ground the first time around. They may come back and try again. Spirit's saying you're divinely protected by Spirit right now. There may be the ability to make peace with someone from the past. All right, let's pull you some messages directly from your Spirit team. You got challenge your perception on challenge your perception. So if the message about looking backwards on the past to find your sense of things triggers you, the things that you're still attached to, well, that is directly for you. Yes, darlings. Set with love. Look at it in a different way. It doesn't matter how hurtful that situation is. Spirit's saying you're still attached to it. Let it go. Okay. Do need to put my fingers over this one. She's a little naked. Let's see if I can do it. I have to do it this way. You've got to embrace the feminine. Now she's pregnant there and she's holding an egg. So again, this represents fertility and your ideas, your creative ideas. So being in your softer side versus constantly being in your masculine energy if you're a feminine. Guys, it can be you being more in touch with your emotional side, your softer side, your creativity. Again, you've got healthy boundaries coming out. So part of your life lesson is that you need to put healthy boundaries in place with people so they don't cross you in terms of your heart space, your finances. It doesn't mean you need to be super protective. You need to communicate your boundaries and feel safe in that space to do so. Mostly in relation to love. You've also got Honor Gaia. Some of you may have something you want to do that's a special cause related to animals, nature. Yeah. And know that you belong just as you are. Right? You have beautiful gifts and talents. Again, it's about your self-love. You don't need to morph into something to be loved and accepted, Spirit's saying. Just be your natural, authentic self. Let's pull some guidance for your path going forward. Oh, you're definitely going into the unknown. She's got a mask on and kind of like her hands are like doing like this so you can't see the way. Number 7 is part of your healing. You cannot control life. You can head in the direction you want to go in, then you got to trust in the flow of it. Spirit's saying don't let fear hold you back from new beginnings. Change holds you back. You've also got the gentle gardener. So there's little eggs in a field there with little fairies sitting on them. So Spirit's saying, whatever you do want to do, slow and steady wins the race. You don't need to force things, rush things. Take your time. And you've got the Wizard of Awareness. Spirit's saying, whatever you've been through in the past, you're switched on now. You won't allow someone to deceive you again, to hoodwink you. You will see people exactly as they are, but give them time to let them show themselves to you, which means instead of trying to project negative things onto people you don't know very well, particularly in love relationships, darling, Spirit's saying just be aware, be observant, but don't be overprotective of yourself. You need to put a healthy boundary in place with someone. You're strong enough to do so. And you've got commitment here. This love relationship definitely going to lead to a proposal and marriage, Spirit's saying. It's going to be a committed partnership. How beautiful. All right, let's pull some guidance from your animal spirit guides. Yeah, you've got the flamingo spirit, which is embrace the in-between. There's a situation here that you're not seeing clearly from all sides. You're only seeing it from your wounded perspective. which means you've got to look at it and go, how did I create that situation? What was my part in it? You don't need to take on somebody else's lessons that they need to learn. So not seeing things in black and white. There is definitely abilities where we can see the in-between. Yeah? And you got the fox spirit, which says, think on your feet. So foxes, foxes can be cunning. Foxes can be sly. Foxes can also be very observant. So there may be a situation that you may need to observe first, right? There may be situations where you're going to need to be able to make a quick and rapid choice. You're not going to have time to dilly or dather. And you've got the lion spirit, which says be generous of spirit. You being a bigger person in a situation. The lion represents strength and courage. Whatever you've gone through has created an enormous amount of strength and courage within you. And the butterfly spirit, another butterfly coming out for you. There's a lot of transformation going on right now. All right, let's pull you a message from your angels. Are you ready? It's all about imagine. It says, clearly visualize the life you want. Feel it in your heart and soul, and so it will come to be. Very beautiful. Almost like Spirit saying, just release all that anxiety, that past stuff. It no longer matters. It doesn't matter anymore. What is the life you want to create going forward? Do that. Be that. All right, my loves, those are your messages. Take it easy. And for now, much love, much light. Namaste.